Unless you've been living under a rock the past couple weeks, you've been hearing about tariffs. 20%, 54%, 104%, 125%. It's been a bit overwhelming to say the least. If you're a product creator or game creator, it makes complete sense that you're feeling some anxiety right now. You want to bring your idea to life, and this was not an original part of the plan when you were crunching the numbers.
This is part 2 of 2 of navigating US tariffs when it comes to your crowdfunding campaign. If you missed part 1, I already posted that, so feel free to check that out first and then come back here.
And remember, the US is a big market when it comes to crowdfunding, but likely not the only one you'll be distributing to. Take Aaron, for example. He launched Seabeast, an almost $700,000 raise, and almost 39% of his backers came from non-US markets. And then there's Una, a tech product that's currently live on Kickstarter, where over 50% of its backers are coming from non-US markets. You can avoid tariffs for these backers by shipping to fulfillment hubs that are not based in the US. This is super important to keep in mind when you're crunching numbers, because you might decide that you're willing to eat some of those decreased margins in the US because it's higher in other parts of the world. I'll leave you with a few more tips, and don't forget, we have that whole guide on how to crunch your numbers.
Then there's the China plus one strategy. You can ask your manufacturers in China if they're setting up manufacturing in other countries. Some already have in anticipation of the tariffs.
2, don't spend your crowdfunding funds on anything not required to produce the product until after you delivered the product. Don't buy yourself something nice with the crowdfunding funds, leave it in the bank account. 3, avoid stretch goals that are gonna add additional costs. The benefits of stretch goals is arguable already, so don't add in additional rewards or goals that are gonna add cost to your campaign right now. Hire a tax professional. There are ways to set up your taxes where you don't actually have to pay tax until the goods are delivered. Work with an expert on this. Ask distributors and wholesalers to share some of the burden. Instead of selling at a 60% discount, see if they'll buy at a 58% discount and share some of the burden of that tariff. Tariffs are a big obstacle in the way of profitability, but we're all going through it together, and hopefully we have some options to improve our condition. We can understand our numbers better, we can start to cut costs around things that aren't necessary, and we can start to focus on the things that produce ROI. And in doing all of this, ultimately, launch a successful product or game. This is a rapidly changing topic, and we're going to be trying to keep our content up to date so that we can keep you guys informed as things might ebb and flow and change. Remember, we have that webinar next week, and who knows what might be different with the tariff numbers between now and next Thursday. So definitely register so you can hear from us, shipping experts, and a product creator who's navigating this in real time, and ask your questions live. And again, we have that resource guide so that you can also work on crunching your numbers and seeing what your best path forward might be.